Hey everybody, Gary Bernier, Whiskey Sommelier, and as you can see we're in the Whiskey Vault, and I'm here again with Dave Young, Whiskey Sommelier and co-host of the Empire Builders podcast. And Dave's picked out something else for us to try. Dave, what do you got for us today?
Well, I like whiskey with a story and a personal story, right? And so out of all these whiskey, I know I've got my whiskey sommelier as you do, but I claim no big expertise on most of this. But we all have personal stories around certain things, and whiskey's no exception. So in 2016, I was in Denver, Colorado, visiting my oldest daughter and her husband, who lived there, and I think it was a birthday present. They said, hey, we're going to take you to the Stranahan's distillery in Denver.
Nice.
Which is a really cool place. It's a Colorado whiskey. It's a single malt. So a single malt means that it's made in the style of Scotch.
Yes.
Right? But it's an American whiskey, so you can't call it Scotch because it wasn't made in Scotland. But it's a Scotch. It's a single malt.
It's a barley.
Whiskey. It's a barley. It's a barley and a lovely smoked barley. And so Stranahan's, and we went to their tasting room, and it was great. So we got to taste their this is just kind of their mainline one.
Right.
But the one I really liked.
Is this the one we're going for? The one with a little more color?
The Black Diamond Peak.
Black Diamond.
So this is their I don't know what makes it more specialer.
Do you just liked it more?
You know what? You're a sommelier. It's just
was it rarity?
It's rarity. Yeah.
Yeah, so a little less of it?
Yeah. Aged longer, aged differently.
Okay.
To me, it had a sweetness and a smoothness that I really liked. I'm not one that likes the whiskeys that just punch you in the face and tear a hole in your esophagus. Some people like that.
Everybody's got kind of a flavor profile that they find themselves into.
So in memory of that trip and
Perfect.
picking up some Diamond Peak Stranahan's with my daughter
Awesome.
and her husband, I'll pour you a little bit of that.
Very
And
nice.
have a nice little memory and a lovely story, and I really enjoyed this one. I'm smelling wine too.
Yeah.
There's something really smooth about that.
Yeah. You're right about this not being one that smacks you in the face or smacks
That's
in the
right.
schnoz either.
Well, one of the really cool things, I really encourage a tour of the Stranahan's distillery. They take you in and they show you what the angel share is, and they have a cutaway of a barrel that shows where the devil's share went, right? It soaks into the wood, and the angel share evaporates through the wood and goes out into the ether. And in their aging room, where all the barrels are stacked to the ceiling, and that's where they do this little demonstration. They have it set up, and the tour kind of lands in there, and you're sitting down, and you can smell the whiskey in the air. And they said, when we're working in here, we've actually tested, and your blood alcohol content will go up the longer you sit in that room.
I imagine it.
By an amount that's measurable. Not drunk, but measurable. So,
Cheers, my friend.
cheers.
Oh, I see what you mean about the smooth. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Very butterscotchy. For a first sip, that's an amazing first sip.
Yeah. I really like the Black Diamond.
Well, thanks, Dave, for sharing your story and sharing this with me. Can't wait to finish this off. Thank you, buddy.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.